Konami. Unreal Engine. Willkommen zu einem neuen Let's Play. Wir spielen endlich Metal Gear Solid 3, das Remake. Auch genannt Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Oder Delta Snake Eater oder Operation Snake Eater. Ich glaube, das war Delta Snake Eater, ne? Das ist das Remake vom dritten Teil. Es kam, ich glaube, diesen Monat war das, glaube ich, raus. Oder in August, ich weiß es nicht mehr. Aber es soll geil sein. Ich habe auch Assassin's Creed Shadows gespielt. Ich habe Post-Trauma gespielt und so. Ich muss schon zugeben, diese Spiele waren nicht so geil. Und ich meine das jetzt wirklich, die Teile waren wirklich nicht so geil. Snake vs. Monkey, starten Sie ein neues Spiel in Snake vs. Monkey. What the fuck? Starte ein neues Spiel, was denkst du? Ich spiele zum ersten Mal MGS. Mir gefällt 3. Welche Spiele der Reihe Metal Gear Solid magst du? Ja, ich spiele nicht zum ersten Metal Gear Solid. Ich habe mal angefangen mit Teil 4. Habe dann Teil 5 gespielt. Aber ich mag tatsächlich alle Teile von Metal Gear Solid. Verwendet ein Überkopfkamera gezielt wie Ego. Wird in Ego-Perspektive. Freie, bewegliche Third-Person-Kamera. Gleichzeitig Bewegungen und Abfeuern von Waffen über der Schulterperspektive. Verwendet in der das war das gewesen, ne? Ja, ne, wichtige Tipps würde ich sagen, weil ich finde, es wird schon Trophäe erhalten. Klassischer Stil. Starten Sie das Spiel im klassischen Stil. Ich frage mich echt, wie alt der Typ ist.
East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
drop-off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
Sorry, musste mal kurz gucken, wie viel mein Akku hat, meines Controllers, also.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Von Metal Gear Solid mal einen Film rauszubringen, wäre geil. Und wenn ich da der
Jack, I've
Einzige
got
bin,
some
wahrscheinlich
important
schon.
news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba.
Aber ich muss kurz sagen, sowas finde ich irgendwie geil. Schöne lange Cutscenes. Oder ich habe am wenigsten die Handlung von einem Spiel und so ein bisschen versteht. Ja. Ich kenne schon diese ganzen Geschichten.
And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then, a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Ich habe bis jetzt früher, ich glaube, oh, jetzt geht's weiter mit der Actionmusik. Nö! Wir kennen alle nicht nur seinen richtigen Namen, weil Snake ist nicht sein richtiger Name.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring it back to the west.
Sowas habe ich vermisst in Metal Gear.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Wisst ihr, Stuntman. Wie schon gesagt, die wird ein Metal Gear Solid Film echt gut heißen, ne? Aber ich finde das auch immer so geil mit diesen kleinen kurzen Stop-Motion coolen Szenen, wo die Sonne einfach irgendwo hinblendet, damit es krasser aussieht. Das hilft meine eigene Meinung so, aber Alter. Ich sag so, wie es ist, das ist einfach cool. Dass Snake aber so aussieht im Remake, hätte ich niemals gedacht. Wow.
Do you copy?
Would it, what? I snuck it.
Ja, geil.
No.
Okay.
Warte mal. Meine Dings zurück. Okay. Okay. Kann man das vielleicht noch umstellen? Ah. Ich glaube, so kann ich nicht, ja, so kann ich nicht leben. Deutlich besser, Alter. Oh mein Gott. So, ich habe gesehen, hier gibt es Nahrung.
I want some more.
Karteheilung, Rucksack. Okay. Ist praktisch gesehen wie bei den alten Teilen. Kreis ist der Knopf.
Snap. You press.
Niemand muss so oft anrufen. Hör doch auf, Snake. Niemand. Hör auf. Hör auf so. Ey, hör auf. Hör auf. Halt die Fresse. Hör auf. Das wird eh ein langes Let's Play.
That's
Yes, but not
Where?
the boss.
my.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr.
Alter, halt doch die
Snake, try to
Fresse.
remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Ja. Okay. Das Knopf. Also POV Snake. Sumpfgegend. Oh, kann erstmal nicht laufen, wer kennt's? Wenigstens kann er treten. Rucksack müsste das sein, ne? Okay. Oh, guck mal, es gibt einen Kompass. Okay, das ist... Ja, komm. Das ist wahrscheinlich die Lautstärke, oder?
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake?
Then this change your if you but that they
Schon schade irgendwie, dass man keine Waffen einsammeln kann. Die Steuerung ist so dermaßen irgendwie... Ja, ich glaube, so oft werde ich auch wieder nicht in die Ego-Perspektive wechseln, weil ich... Naja... So kann man zwar leben, Aber ist ja alles verkehrt herumgestielt. So, scheiße, guck mal, so kann ich normal zielen. Hehe. Hab dich. Oh, was hast du noch, hm? Noch irgendwas Lustiges? Mehr hat er nicht. Mehr hat der Dude nicht. Liegt erstmal für die nächsten 10 Jahre auf dem Boden. Rauchgranaten. Quack, Quack. Oh nee, ich hasse Sammelobjekte. Was? Zum ersten Mal eine Kerotan angegriffen. Oh Gott. Das kann ja was werden. Ein Belieb... Alter, was ist das für eine Scheiße? Wo muss ich denn hin, sag mal? Also hier ist ein Weg. Nun, wie schon gesagt, ich liebe zwar Metal Solid, aber ich muss jetzt erstmal wieder reinkommen, weil irgendwie ist das eine komplett andere Steuerung. Snake ist echt ein... Snake ist sowas von einem Mother F, Alter. Ich weiß auch nicht, wann ich genau den zweiten Part davon hochlade, aber wahrscheinlich morgen. Alter, wie viele Cutscenes in der ersten Folge kommen, Heilige.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Be careful. Oh,
You mean there's more?
Tut mir leid, aber wenn man skippen kann, ist ja geil. Junge, das geht aber gut. Ich habe es mal auf die 4K hochgedreht. Ich weiß nicht, wie es dann auf YouTube aussehen wird. Hier weiß ich ja, aber wie es dann auf YouTube aussieht, müssen wir gucken. Ich weiß auch nicht, wie lange das Spiel hier geht. Um ehrlich zu sagen, ich meine, es ist ja ein Remake. Kann auch nicht so lang wie das Original sein, kann aber auch länger sein als das Original.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition, so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Ja.
Good, Roger.
What about the...
Junge, Junge, Junge. Cutscene ohne Ende. Mann, die sind gut in Hardcore-Schleichen.
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Huh.
What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Heh. That's Major Ocelot to you. Don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Oh, ist der gut, Alter. Alter! Nice shot. Schön in die Fresse. Ich glaube, das Spiel geht so 12, 16 Stunden vielleicht.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the Gru.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Crew operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die. Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one!
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
Ooh.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
War wirklich nicht übel. Und das ist ja wirklich eine Revolvertechnik. Die kann man auch im Real Life ausprobieren. Bitte macht das in Amerika. Amerika ist dafür ja bekannt. Das wissen wir ja alle.
Part of an
Junge Bilder. Ocelot betäuben. Ja Leute, das war's mit der ersten Folge. Metal Gear Solid 3, das Remake, auch genannt Snake Eater. Wir sehen uns in der nächsten Folge mal wieder. Ich will mal wissen, was er hier. Was hast du so? So, auf jeden Fall, das war's jetzt mit der Folge. Wir sehen uns in der nächsten wieder. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Haut rein und tschüss. Schreibt Rückkehr in die Kommentare. Tschüss.